The Detroit Lions have spent the last 2 years proving they are on the cusp of greatness. After a 15-2 record in 2024 and a deep playoff run, the only thing left is to take that final step toward a Super Bowl. The path forward is clear, they need to go all in. And with Myles Garrett now on the trade block, an opportunity has emerged that could redefine the franchise's future. Garrett's request to leave Cleveland has sent shockwaves through the NFL, but trading for him won't be simple. First, the Browns must be willing to move him, and early indications suggest they're resistant. However, as history has shown, when a player of Garrett's caliber demands a trade, it's usually a matter of when, not if, the team relents. Cleveland's refusal to engage in discussions may not last long, especially if Garrett remains firm in his stance. His reasons for wanting out are understandable. In 8 seasons with the Browns, Garrett has made the playoffs just twice, despite consistently performing at an elite level. He has grown tired of wasted seasons and wants to chase a championship before his prime years slip away. "I want to be able to go out there and compete at the highest levels, day in and day out, and play for championships," Garrett said this week. That statement alone tells the league everything it needs to know. Garrett wants to win now, and Cleveland's repeated shortcomings have worn him down. Now, the focus shifts to what it would take to land him. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler has reported that teams around the league believe Garrett's value will be at least 2 premium draft picks, either 2 first-rounders or a first-rounder plus a top-tier day 2 selection. That's a hefty price, but it reflects the value of a dominant edge rusher who has been a game-wrecking force since entering the league. The Lions, however, are in a unique position to make this deal happen. They possess both their 2025 and 2026 first and second round picks, giving them more than enough draft capital to match Cleveland's demands. While trading 2 first-rounders might seem steep, it's important to consider the context. The Lions already have a deep and talented roster. They are no longer a rebuilding team that needs an influx of draft talent. They are a contender looking for the final piece. In this situation, those first-round picks are more valuable as trade chips than as potential future players. Furthermore, Garrett is not just a short-term rental. He is in the prime of his career, a proven game-changer who can take an already formidable defense and elevate it to championship caliber. Pairing him with Aiden Hutchinson would create one of the most devastating pass-rushing duos in the league. Detroit struggled with depth along the edge in 2024, particularly after Hutchinson went down with a season-ending injury. Zadarius Smith provided a temporary boost, but at 32 years old, he is not a long-term solution. Adding Garrett gives the Lions an elite, reliable bookend pass rusher to complement their young star for years to come. Another factor working in Detroit's favor is that they fit the exact criteria Garrett is looking for. He has made it clear that he wants to join a contender, and the Lions check every box. They have an aggressive front office, a top-tier offense led by Jared Goff, and a defensive-minded coaching staff that has steadily improved the unit each year. Unlike some of the other teams that may inquire about Garrett, Detroit is not a borderline playoff squad hoping to take a leap. They are already knocking on the door of a championship. Of course, making this move would require sacrifices. If the Lions trade both of their 2025 first and second round selections, they would be left with minimal draft capital this year. However, that is a small price to pay when the return is a generational pass rusher. And even if Detroit does give up significant draft assets, they would still have enough pieces in place to maintain a strong foundation. The team has already built a sustainable core through recent drafts, with key contributors like Hutchinson, Penei Sewell, and Amon-Ra St. Brown locked in. There is also the financial aspect to consider. Garrett carries a substantial cap hit, and the Lions would need to make adjustments to fit him in. However, the team has roughly $46 million in projected cap space, giving them flexibility to absorb his salary. Restructuring contracts or making additional roster moves could free up even more room if necessary. The front office has shown it is willing to make bold financial decisions in pursuit of a title, and this situation is no different. The reality is simple: championship windows don't stay open forever. The Lions are in the midst of one right now, and they cannot afford to waste it. Trading for Garrett would send a clear message, not just to their fans, but to the entire league, that Detroit is serious about winning a Super Bowl. It would be a high-risk, high-reward move. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel